Hello everyone, this is Tanishri from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, belongs to the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. In this video, we are going to discuss e-waste management. The agenda for today's video is Introduction, Recycling and Recovery of e-waste, Types in Hydrometallurgical Extraction, Types in Pyrometallurgical Method, Types in Metal Recovery Stage. So our first topic is Introduction to e-waste. Waste can take any form, that is solid, liquid or gaseous. Waste is a substance which is discarded after primary use. Example is municipal solid waste, hazardous waste, wastewater, biomedical waste, electronic waste or e-waste, etc. So next is waste management. Waste management is defined as all the activities and actions required to manage waste from its collection of its final disposal. And the next is e-waste. E-waste is defined as electronic products that have become unwanted, not working, and have essentially reached the end of their useful lives. And the next topic is recycling and recovery of e-waste. The following are the different approaches to recycling and recovery of e-waste. And the first stage is hydrometallurgical extraction, and the next stage is pyrometallurgical extraction, and the last stage is direct recycling. And the first stage in recovery and recycling of e-waste is hydrometallurgical extraction. This method was used to extract valuable metals like copper, gold and silver from e-waste. It involves the following steps for recovery of metals from e-waste. And the first stage is pre-treatment stage, and second stage is chemical treatment stage, and the last stage is metal recovery stage. The first stage in hydrometallurgical extraction is pre-treatment stage. It involves the physical separation of metals components from e-waste. It involves the dismantling the e-waste into its component part such as circuit board, plastic and metal parts. The different parts are then sorted and separated based on their composition. The metal parts are subjected for grinding to reduce the size and make it easier to extract the metals. And the next stage is chemical treatment stage. In this stage, the metals are made to leach into solutions using different leaching reagents like cyanide solution, acid solution, base solution, thiosulfate solution, halide solution, etc. In the leaching solution, metals are dissolved. Then the solution was separated, formed solid waste. And the last stage in hydrometallurgical process is metal recovery stage. In this stage, pure metal is recovered from leached metal solution. The methods like solvent extraction, ion exchange, adsorption, precipitation, electrodeposition are used to recover the metal. The recovered metal later used in the production of new electronic device. And the second method in recovery and recycling of e-waste is pyrometallurgical process. And this method was used to extract non-ferrous metals like aluminum, copper and lead from e-waste. Heating and smelting of operations are used in this process to recover the metals. It involves the following steps for recovery of metals from e-waste. The first stage is pre-treatment stage, and the second stage is metal recovery stage. The first stage in pyrometallurgical extraction is pre-treatment stage. It involves the physical separation of metal components from e-waste. It involves the dismantling the e-waste into its component parts such as circuit board, plastic and metal parts. The different parts are then sorted and separated based on their composition. The metal parts are subjected for grinding to reduce the size and make it easier to extract the metals. This is very similar to the pre-treatment stage what we have done in the hydrometallurgical process. And the second stage in pyrometallurgical process is metal recovery stage. In this step, by using methods like roasting, smelting, combustion, pyrolysis, the useful metals are recovered from e-waste. The first stage is roasting. In this step, e-waste is heated below its melting point in the presence of oxygen for oxidation. The second step is Smelting. In this step, e-waste is reduced to metals by heating with carbon at a high temperature. It gives the mixture of metal slurry. The impurities present in the metal slurry are removed by a thermal process. Then metals are recovered from slurry using hydrometallurgical technique. And the last stage in recycling and recovery of e-waste is direct recycling. It is a process that involves breaking down electric devices into their individual components and then recycling those components without the need for further processing. It involves the following steps: collection and transportation, disassemble, sorting, and recycling. Steps involved in direct recycling. The first step is collection and transportation. E-waste is collected and transported to our recycling facility, and the next stage is assembly. Electronic devices are disassembled by hand or by using specialized equipments. This process separates the various components of the devices such as plastic, circuit board, and metals. And the third step is sorting. The separated components are then sorted by material type. Example, plastic are separated from metals. Different types of metals are separated from each other. And the last step is recycling. The separated materials are then recycled. Example, plastic may be melted down and molded into new products. So this is about my video. I hope you learned something from this video. So thank you for watching my video.